Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting video to the channel. Today I've got something quite different. It's kind of like a product review in a way. I was going to do this as an unboxing, but then I thought I'd do it as a review to properly show you what this can do. And it's basically a video capture device. And this is basically a USB 3.0 to HDMI. And I'm going to be using this for my camera, my Sony ZV-1, to basically do what I'm doing now. I use it as a webcam for when I get back to streaming, so that way I can use it rather than using the standard optical cable, and that way I'll be able to push this to the highest quality on my streaming software. I do have an inboard capture card. I am using the Ava Media PCI card, and I'll leave the name on screen because I can't remember which model, but that I use that for my games, and it's only got one input and an output. And they just released a new model that has two inputs, both running at the same time to one output, which sounds great, you know. But for me personally, I needed an extra one just for my camera. So what I've done is to save me money, instead of rather buying a new £300 capture card, I just thought I'd go on Amazon and pay $16.99 for a USB to HDMI cable, which looks like, tacky, but the reviews were incredible and people did say they worked. And this is the cable right now. As you can see, it's USB 3.0, and there it is. Don't know if you can try and get in focus and see. So yeah, I'm going to be using this for the webcam piece, and then I'm going to be using the my Switch to play the gameplay, and we're going to see if it works up to par and if it's actually worth the money price. I'm also going to be using this for the Switch as well to see how well this handles with the Switch. So this is my camera through the capture card right now, the USB to HDMI. As you saw from the start of the video, the color has changed dramatically, and that's not because I got the blinds closed. It's just the fact that this camera with the capture card, you don't get a lot of straight colors as you would normally get with a high-end capture card. So that's one thing I've noticed, that the color drops and you don't really get as much more vibrant colors. Then again, you got to keep in mind that this USB HDMI capture card is a cheap alternative, so you are going to get some flaws in some type of quality and color and that sort of thing. I still think it's good. This is still acceptable. If you're starting out on YouTube and you just want to make simple videos and you want to get going, this is the way forward. This $16.99 will get you sorted for the first few years. Building up your platform, putting out your content, whether you're using a camera to record yourself or using it for a gameplay complex, you still get a nice feel of those nice rich variant colors. Now my camera does have a bit of more focusing bit, which I really quite like, but I do want to upgrade to a DSLR and hopefully see what that does. So I do quite like the mix. I do like how this small device does actually pack a punch. Yeah, you can experiment doing type of HDMI cable leads. You can try different end ones, but overall the quality you're getting for it at this stage is good. I think it's acceptable. Okay, so now I'm got my Switch hooked up with the device, and I do quite like it. Okay, the colors are bright, they're accurate. Yeah, the text could be a bit more sharper, but other than that, it's still plausible to use from the menu, at least. So far, this look at the scenery, look at the colors. Even though it's just an image on a backdrop, that's still good. There's no delay in the input, so that's another top thing as well to look for, because sometimes some capture cards have a delay. I have many HDMI capture cards, like official Ava Media ones, where there is a bit of an input delay when you have a two-way stream. So if you want the output to another monitor, so that way you can view it from there, and the recording playback, it's always delayed on the computer end. This has no delay, which is really surprising. Especially for £16, you would have thought there would have been some delay, but there is no delay at all. Okay, so let's try underwater. What does the splashing feel like? Okay, nice colours. I love how the water's pretty clear. This wasn't actually deep end. I wanted to see a bit more deep. Okay, this is good. Let's see what it's like underwater. Oh, okay. That is good actually. And the render distance as well, because I have it set to default. That's pretty good, especially for the Switch. Like, so I'm actually testing two things. I'm actually testing to see if Minecraft will play well on the Switch. I'm not the best at Minecraft. I'm normally just like casually like building stuff in creative rather than actually playing survival. But you know, just want to try a few things out. Just play it for a bit, and then that way we know it's working well. Craft all, and then let's make that with some of them. There we go. Okay, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. I haven't played it on a Switch because you gotta understand the Switch controls are so different than an Xbox controller or PS4 controller. So I'm used to them controls. When I'm pushing A, I'm actually pushing B on my Switch controller, which actually makes me crouch and backs out of these menus. So I have a sword. I have a wooden axe. I think those are the essential weapons that you need at the start. And it's just pretty much building your house. See, look at that, I pushed B to crouch. So yeah, that has been the product review of this cable, the video capture HDMI. And it works terrifically really well. You know, if you want to start on a low budget, whether you're a YouTuber who wants to do gaming videos or someone who wants to do the odd covering of topic or discussions and that sort of thing, this will be good connecting your camera or your video game consoles to your computer to record with a push of a button. Very simple. And you don't, and the thing I didn't talk about at the site, you don't need an installation disc. You don't need nothing at all. I've seen some PCI cards that are like £45 and they have a HDMI input and output, basically the same as this, but as a PCI concept. And they had a disc that you had to install the drives on. This comes with no drives. There's no drives at all with this. It's just plug in, your computer will do all the rest, and then you put in HDMI and it picks up instantly. There's no forward delay. There's nothing like that. You just pick it up and it will just go with it. It's just the easiest thing to set up, and this will be just as good for streaming. I don't know what the long-term life expectation is on this. I'm guessing if you use it all the time, every day, you will probably burn out, but for 16 quid, that probably is to be expected, or it probably won't. It's just a heating problem that fixes over time. And I wish I had one of these back in the day when I first started YouTube 11 years ago. When I started in 2010 making videos, we didn't really have capture cards that were affordable. There was none of these. Let me tell you this, there was none of these cheap alternative methods. If I had this 11 years ago, who knows where I would be making gaming videos, because I had to limit myself which game I could do and that sort of thing. So I really didn't know where I was pitching. I had no idea what I was doing, because the closer I got to my first capture card was an easy cap, and those were using the AV inputs. When HDMI capture cards came out, there was only the expensive ones, Avo Media, Elgato, and pretty much those were the only two competitive ones out there. And now we get all these third parties that work like a charm, and the sound's good, the quality's good, everything's decent, and it gets you started. Just look at this, just this little cable. This cable does it. And that's astonishing for someone who's been on the YouTube for over 11 years and been a part of it since, like, you know, when game videos took off. This is a highly essential thing. This is something you really want. And there's different models out there. There's tons of different brands out there. I just went with the one that I felt, you know, was decent with the reviews and that. You can experiment and go with so many different ones. The possibilities are endless. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this product review for this. If you did enjoy, however, please remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, turn on post notifications by ticking that bell icon to keep up to date with all the latest. And I will see you in the next awesome video, and I hope you do enjoy. But until then, take care.